She arrived at the ranch before sunrise, dust clinging to her skirt, eyes steady despite the long ride. He barely looked at her when he handed over the rules: cook the meals, mind the children, stay out of his way. His voice was rough, shaped by loss and years of doing everything alone. The house felt hollow, like it had learned to breathe quietly after heartbreak. She noticed the broken chair leg, the empty hooks where laughter should hang, the way the children watched him like he might vanish if they blinked. She cooked without fuss, humming low, turning scraps into warmth. By evening, the smell of bread softened the sharp edges of the house. The children sat closer to the table than they ever had. He stood in the doorway, arms crossed, pretending not to care, but the sound of her voice settled something restless inside him. When she tucked the children into bed, they didn't pull away. They held her hand like it belonged there. Outside, the wind howled, but inside, the ranch breathed again, slow and unsure, like a heart remembering how to beat. The first time the words slipped out, it wasn't planned. She knelt to tie a bootlace, fingers gentle, patient. "Mama," the smallest whispered, testing the sound like it might break. Time froze. She didn't correct him. She only smiled, eyes shining, and finished the knot. The other child watched, then said it too, louder, braver. He heard it from the hallway. The word hit him harder than any punch. His chest tightened, memories rising like dust storms, his wife's laugh, her hands, the day he buried her under a sky that didn't care. He wanted to shut it down, to remind them she was just the cook. But he couldn't. The children were smiling in a way he hadn't seen in years. That night, he sat alone on the porch, staring at the dark, listening to the house glow behind him. Her laughter drifted through the window, soft and real. For the first time, the silence outside didn't feel safer than the noise within. Trouble came like it always did, unannounced and mean. A storm tore through the valley, fences down, cattle scattered. He rode out hard, reckless, driven by fear he refused to name. She stayed, holding the children close as thunder cracked the sky. When he didn't return by nightfall, the children cried into her dress, calling for him, calling her mama again and again. She answered both names without thinking. When he finally staggered back, soaked and bleeding, she was there, hands steady, voice calm. She cleaned his wounds, ignored his protests, met his eyes without flinching. "You don't have to carry it all alone," she said quietly. The words cut deeper than the storm. He saw it then. This wasn't charity or duty. This was choice. The children slept between them by the fire, safe. He watched her breathe, the way she belonged without asking permission. Something inside him cracked, not from pain, but relief. He tried to push her away the next morning, sharp words, cold distance. She listened, then packed her things. The children stood frozen, fear written across their faces. "Mama," they asked, voices breaking. He couldn't breathe. The truth rose up, undeniable. He stepped forward, pride burning to ash. "Stay," he said, the word rough, honest. "Not as the cook." She searched his face, waiting for the lie. It didn't come. He knelt to the children, pulled them close, then looked at her like a man finally coming home. The ranch felt different after that, louder, warmer, alive. She stayed, not because she was hired, because she was chosen, and the cowboy who built walls strong enough to keep out the world finally let love tear them down, one simple word at a time.